just like anything else, and even more so than anything else, when it comes to this topic, there's no sugarcoating. I don't believe in sugarcoating, generally speaking, even more so with this. Anytime somebody has come to me and tell me that they believe in Christianity, they get a default email, a default letter. And I'll read you guys the letter that once I found out that's what he is, this is what response that he got. Again, he's a nice person. He's just telling me that he's upset because I made fun of Yoshke a little bit, and which I try to do as often as possible, because it's a mitzvah from the Torah, to make fun of idolatry. But anyway, he sends me a letter telling me that he's upset with me, and now instead of saying I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you, please donate some more money, or anything like that, is what I write. Wake up, dear New Testament believer. Believing in Jesus or the New Testament is considered 100% idolatry, according to the Holy Torah. Please watch the 3-hour rabbi's debate with the Christian professor that proves the New Testament is a flawed man-made book that is a contradiction to the Torah and not a supplement. So the first link I gave them is the famous debate by Rabbi Mizrahi. It's my personal favorite, and I think it's the most effective. And then watch and learn to become a righteous Gentile, and I give him a lecture about Noahites. I think either that I made or Rabbi Mizrahi made, I think I made it, or whoever it is. Then as Rabbi Tobias Singer is a good rabbi to research on YouTube, and I give him some links where he shows the falsehood of Christianity. No, listen, it's soft, nothing. It's false, it's idolatry, you need to know immediately. Now he's calling me, he's contacting me because he's upset that I made fun of it. I'm making sure that we go out with a bang. Why? Because he needs to know it's fake. He needs to know it's fake. There's no room for sugarcoating idol worship. They don't believe it, it's just because they themselves don't really know very much. They don't know history, they don't know the lineage, and they don't even know the authenticity of their own document. As far as whether he existed or not, according to our Torah and sages, he did exist, but he was a Rasha. According to to the Christians and the missionaries and so on, the Messianic Jews they call themselves, he did exist, but he was righteous. Obviously, we're worlds apart. So if you actually look at objective evidence, you're never going to arrive at their conclusion. You're never going to arrive at their conclusion. Anyone like a private investigator that, let's say, tries to solve the murder of Jesus is never going to arrive at their conclusion. You're only going to arrive at their conclusion with what we call blind faith. Blind, stupid, deaf, and dumb. That's the only way you're going to arrive at that conclusion. And that's proven by 2 billion Christian people in the world today, that not a single one of them that actually believes in Jesus ever read the entire Old Testament, which is what we call the Torah, and with actual real commentary. Why? Because anyone that actually reads the Torah with real commentary, understands what it says, by default will never believe that it ever had a continuation called the New Testament. Because it contradicts it. It can never be. But that's the problem. So people rely on their reverends, on their popes, on their pastors, on Malach HaMirvis to help them to get to this false conclusion, because the Yetzer Hara is very, very powerful and fools large quantity of people. But if you're looking at objective evidence, you're never going to find it. You're never going to get to Christianity the other way. Objective evidence is only going to let you arrive at the Torah. But unfortunately, the people that disagree with this know a lot about a lot of other things, but zero about the Torah.
Well, usually you figure, I don't want to pick up a fight. Why should I go speak against them? They have nothing to do with me. What about when I told you that they have something to do with you because they're going to your brother's synagogue and they're going to talk to 1,000 of your other brothers and it's going to look like it's kosher? Why didn't you say something then as a Rosh Yeshiva? Why didn't you say something then as a rabbi? Why didn't you say something then as a simple Jew? Why didn't you say something then? You know why? Because the Christians have a big dollar sign on them. And that's what they're scared of. You see, when you go against the reforms, you have nothing to lose. You go against the evangelical Christians, you are potentially risking hundreds of millions of dollars. And that is the belief of the heretics. That if you go against the evangelical Christians, you're going to lose what's rightly yours.